Hello, this is Julia and my channel Drive for Life, which is all about motivation and living your best life. Today I am talking to Kaushali, who is not only an amazing woman, but also heart and soul of a very exclusive brand of handcrafted home textiles. She started her business after a 15-year gap of being a wife and a mom. And now she owns her business. Let us talk to Kaushali and ask her about all the details. Hi Kaushali! The first thing I want to ask you is, how was it possible after a 15-year gap to start your own business? What inspired you?
When you moved from Sri Lanka to the UAE, it was a completely different environment for us to get used to, and my daughter was just a toddler at that time. And I took a gap from my work and decided to be a stay-at-home mom. It was not that easy at all, but looking back now, I think that was the correct move. She went to university in 2019, and then I was like trying to reconnect with my work, which I was doing earlier as the interior designer. I always used to do interior design projects as a hobby here, although I didn't work full-time. And this, because I had time in my hand now, and I'm like, yeah, this is the correct time for me to start this business and also to give back to my country and my community as well.
Do I understand right? You are interior designer by profession.
I come from an artistic background, and my mom, my dad, they're all artists, journalists, and designers. But I got a chance to study professionally later in my life, and I was doing commercial interior designing projects when I moved here to UAE, but then I stopped completely everything what I was doing and focused on my family. I just still wanted to be in touch with my creative side. I used to do small projects here. Yeah, from that I just started this whole thing.
As soon as I know, you started your education when you were 30.
Yes, I started professionally study design after my daughter was born.
So it's never too late.
Of course not. It's never too late to study anything. If you have the passion, and the skills, study the skills is no time at all.
So I know that your brand is all about design and production of handcrafted, authentic Sri Lankan textile products. Can you tell us a little bit more about your brand philosophy?
This is more of a passion project for me, more personal than work. I wanted to bring modern urban Sri Lanka to the UAE, just to give a glimpse of our island life. I want to tell the stories of our textiles, people who are behind, who's creating these amazing artwork, amazing designs, connecting people with product. The product is made by these artisans' hands. I'm bringing the whole process to you. You're not just buying a pillow from me. You're buying a culture. You're buying the art. You're buying an entire lifestyle of this artisan, because if you see our products, you can see how this artisan has taken breaks to have a cup of tea or a meal. Through the weaving process, you see on our table mat that little I don't know how to mention it. Like you can honestly see their whole lifestyle is connected to woven into our fabric. These products are made to live longer in your house. They are not just used for 30-40 days or 1 year and just thrown out and when the trend goes away and buying a new product. These have history behind them, people's stories behind them. So it's a real value, sustainable product.
As soon as I know, Kaushali, also part of your brand philosophy is to involve your customer in the production process so that they know the people who actually produce this and they know the process itself, and you also want to promote conscious buying.
Yeah, that is very important, especially in today's world. People should know exactly where your produce come from. It's very important. You should know, you should always ask people when you're buying from, where is this product coming from? Who made the product? Is it an ethically made product? And this brings more value then to your life and lifestyle and people around you. You enjoy the product more, your lifestyle more when you know all these products. Nobody's been harmed producing our textiles. Actually, when you're buying product from us, you're supporting an entire community as well.
Kaushali was talking so beautifully about her products and textiles that we decided to show you a couple of products of hers, especially that they have a beautiful history behind them. So Kaushali, tell us please a little bit about your products.
I want to show you this particular cushion really because this is a very authentic Sri Lankan weaving method called Dumbara. This cushion is woven by a 7th generation Dumbara weaver. Their ancestors used to weave textiles and art for our Kandyan kings. So there's a story behind it. Apparently the king liked these textiles so much, he gifted the entire village to these weavers. And they still live there. Their generation still weave these kind of Dumbara designs. Yeah, and it takes about 2.5 days to finish one cushion because everything done by hand and very intricate. It looks very simple though, but it's a very, very complicated design. These are very complicated.
So now your business is running, and I think it's time to answer the question, what was the hardest part of starting your own business?
The hardest part for me was the unknown. Going to this, not knowing, I didn't have a plan. I'm just a creative person. I know business plans, nothing. No investors, nothing. I'm putting all the money into this business and then also trying to help these people back home, and also I'm so worried. All my anxiety is kicked in, and it is so tough for me to start. But once you take that first leap and put yourself out of this whole scenario and think of the people who will benefit really, that was much easier for me here.
Kaushali, I think it might have been a little bit difficult for you to start your own business because of some societal limitations regarding particular timelines when a person should do what, at what age we should start our education or graduate from university, at what age we should start our business. And since you started your business a little bit later in life, I want you to talk about this a little bit more, maybe to inspire others who believe that it's too late for them already.
Oh no, to learn a new skill or starting to help another person or a community or whoever you wanted to help, there's no time limit at all. I don't believe in that at all. I think it's a process. There are no timelines. You take slow and you learn a skill. When you have time, learn a skill and also focus on the person who's benefiting from your business or a project or anything what you do. Take yourself out of the whole scenario and put the person you're helping, or think of the other person. In my case, when I was anxious, when I was having this panic attack, how am I going to do this business? I have no clue how a business runs. I have no business plan, but I knew who am I going to help. I knew I'm going to use my creativity through that, and then slowly everything fell into place. Yeah, so take your time. There's no time limit. Don't think I'm too old to start a business or a new skill or anything at all really.
So starting your own business brings all your insecurities to the surface. How did you overcome them?
For me, I took myself out of this whole scenario and start thinking of the person who's benefiting from this. Then you become more focused.
That's it, only thinking about other person at the other end who you're helping. This helps you to overcome your insecurities.
Soon as I decided to start this, my insecurities kicked in, and it was really tough for me to take a decision. I'm like, should I just do my creative work and just lie low, or should I help another person? So as soon as I take myself out of this whole scenario and I'm focused on the person or people who I'm going to help, my customer, people, the craftspeople who are making these items, and as soon as I thought of them, I'm like, no, I have to do this for them. I have to learn how I can control this. My whole business, as I'm just single business owner, there's no help, I'm doing everything on my own, so I have to do something about this. I learn new stuff, I read so much, and also I'm learning from these people as well, these craft people. I'm learning about textiles. I'm not a textile designer, I'm just an interior designer, but still I'm learning. I know about these crafts, I am learning more about my heritage, and I'm learning more about my clients as well. Along the way. So yeah, I'm learning so much. Mainly what I learned was, as I move along, I learn through my customers, and also I'm learning through my artists and craftspeople as well. I'm learning about textiles, which I didn't know a lot about earlier, and also from the customers I learn what I'm inquiring them. They are so helpful. They are telling me, oh yeah, with their reviews, I'm learning from them. They're telling, and then I'm improving our product, our packaging.
I understand you have to be open to the process, right? You have to stay open-minded all the time to learn what your customers want and need, and to be able to adjust your product to the market needs.
Of course, it's a process. We have to evolve. As a small business, we have to evolve. Starting last year, but I feel like I have come a long way by learning through all this. Not only the quality has not changed. Quality is always the best quality of our product, but packaging is changing. Everything is changing, because as you go, you customize your product, your brand, really to the customer's needs. I think that is very, very important.
I know that running a business is pretty challenging thing, especially when you are a woman and you are alone in this business. So there are times when you lose motivation, right? So what do you do to stay motivated?
Oh, definitely. I'm constantly connected to my home country. That is very important to me. When I lose motivation, I speak to these people and inquire about them, what's going on. Especially with COVID, I have not traveled like 2 years back home. It is really frustrating working remotely, but what motivates me is when I listen to these people's stories, and when I gave them the first order, they were so happy and their families are benefiting from all this. And then when I listen to their stories, that motivates me a lot. And also my clients, when they review a product or they buy a product and call me and tell me, oh, we are having this beautiful family dinners using your placemats and our service. That is so, that's the most happiest I am, and that I want to create more. When I listen to these clients, I'm like, oh, I have to create something different and give them these amazing experiences and amazing crafts in your home. Take peace and enjoy it, have with your friends and family. Yeah.
And the last question for today, what would you advise to those who are passionate about something, who have their passion, but they don't know or hesitate to turn it into business?
Find out exactly what your passion is and what your skills are. Take your time, learn all these things, and also think how your business or your project will benefit another person. And surround yourself with people who you really love and who will encourage you. That is very important, especially in your early days starting a business.
In the end, we are all connected, we are all one, and we are all one big energy. Thank you, Kaushali, for talking to us today. It was great. I am Julia. Stay with us, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.